We met for the first time in the office during an event. I had just joined the company and there was an event to welcome the new joiners. He had 4 years of experience and had just participated in the event. We were supposed to wear a sari according to the dress code, but I could not carry it properly, so I kept going back to the dressing room to fix it. On my third trip back from the dressing room, Avik was standing in front of the event room gate. As I came near him, he said, "Hi, Arna, right?" He extended his hand for the handshake. I looked towards him and while extending my hand, I said, "Yes, sorry, but do you know me?" He smiled and said, "No, madam, your friend was looking for you and asking which side you have gone, so I was trying to help her." I replied, "Oh, sorry, actually I didn't bring my phone, so that might be the issue. Let me call her." He smiled again and said, "Yeah, of course," and I walked away. After that, the program continued for a few more hours and it was around 9 pm when it ended. We had dinner with our friends and by 10 pm we decided to leave. Being a Friday night, I was not able to book a cab. Twice someone accepted the booking and then rejected it. Almost all my friends had left and by 10:45 pm I started to get a little scared. This city was still quite new for me and Shreyans was out of town for a trip. I didn't have many close friends here who could pick me up at this time of night. I was sitting in front of an office building trying to figure out what to do when suddenly Avik appeared in his car, opened the window and said, "Hi Arna, any issue?" With a hesitant voice I said, "Yeah, actually I'm not getting a cab and at this time I would not be able to get a bus either, so I am a little worried." He said, "Oh, understood. Come with me, I'll drop you." I tried to resist and said, No, it's fine, I'll manage. It's quite late and I don't want to trouble you." He smiled and said, "Okay, so you are not feeling safe, right?" Now I got embarrassed and replied, No, you are misunderstanding me." Maintaining the same smile on his face, he said, "Then do one thing. Help me to understand you. Come with me." His voice, tone, and everything about him were very impressive and convincing. Also, I didn't have another option, so I agreed to go with him. The ride was silent, and when we reached my place, it was around 11:30 pm. I said, "Thank you so much, it was really helpful. And sorry, I didn't ask your name yet." He laughed and said, "That's a big mistake, and you should be punished for it. Anyways, it's a week." I started feeling more comfortable with him, so I replied, "So, what could be the punishment?" He said in a flirting voice, "Having a cup of coffee with me this weekend. The place and time are yours." I was really confused by this. I was trying to figure out what his intentions were. I have a few male friends, but they never talk to me like this. This was a little different, but not necessarily bad. So without thinking much, I replied, "Okay, sure, I'll let you know. You can share your contact number." We exchanged numbers and then he left after wishing me good night. That night I was too tired to think about anything more, so I just went to sleep after calling my mom. The next morning, around 9 am, I woke up and saw a message from him, "Good morning." I replied to it and he winked within a second again. "Don't worry, I'm not being clingy or trying to disturb you. I just wanted to tell you that you have left your earring in my car last night." I replied, "Oh no, why would you be disturbing me? Sorry, my bad, I didn't notice the earring. You can return them when we meet today." He agreed and I told him that we could meet at 5 pm. I also sent him the cafe location. It was a different kind of feeling. Good vibes, but I was also a little scared for some reason. We met at the cafe at 5 p.m. He was already waiting there when I arrived. He was looking handsome in a black shirt. I must say he had a good sense of dressing and some other good senses too, which I realized over the time. Once I arrived, he started the conversation. "Hi Anna, please have a seat." I replied hi while dragging the chair to sit. He asked, "So what would you like to have?" I smiled and said, "It's your treat and my punishment. So I think you should be the one to decide and I should be the one to pay." He smiled and placed the order. Then he asked, "So how are you feeling about the work? You have just started working, right?" I replied, "Yeah, it's good, but I think I'm still in the IT honeymoon phase, so I'll face difficulties after this." He replied very gently, "Don't worry, everything you hear is not true. Some bad experiences people share are real, but the rest are just jokes." I said in a soft voice, "Thanks, it's a relief to hear that. Listening to other people on social media, I have been really scared about work life." He said, "No problem. So tell me something about your personal life, maybe about your family or studies." With a little hesitation in my voice, I said, "Can I keep that for the next time?" He replied very casually, "Yeah, of course, if you are uncomfortable. But I'll tell you about myself, okay?" I smiled and said, "Sure." He went on to talk about many things: his family, studies, like, dislike, work life, and many more. I'm quite talkative, but for the first time I enjoyed listening to someone. After the evening, he dropped me off at my place. For the next few days, we didn't contact each other. I won't say he didn't cross my mind, but I tried to ignore it.